Alright, boys and girls, week 6 of college football did not disappoint, and what a week it was. So let's take a breath, collect our thoughts, and break down all the shakeups in the Records Matter rankings, the only rankings that matter. Anyways, first up, Iowa State. I really thought they would be the top dogs in the Big 12, but guess what? They let me down. Took that L to Cincinnati. Speaking of letdowns, Vanderbilt. I was really hoping they could pull off that upset over Alabama, but in the end, that's just wishful thinking on my part, it seems. Then we've got Louisville, who I never had faith in, to be honest, so I wasn't super surprised that they lost, but who they lost to is actually pretty interesting. I'll talk about them later. Maryland caught a loss, that actually feels about right. They were due for one. Houston, really one of those guys to win out. I actually like that team, but unfortunately, they proved me right in not having much faith in them. Now, with a few teams dropping out of the undefeated club, which is down to 15, by the way, it's time for some of those one-loss squads to sneak back into the playground, so to say. With that win over Vanderbilt, Alabama climbs back into the mix, and since they did technically beat Georgia, I had to tweak the rankings to keep things fair. Cincinnati earns a well-deserved spot after taking down Iowa State, which does also bump them ahead of them in the rankings. Virginia has been turning heads lately. Back-to-back wins, gritty by the way, over Florida State, and that earlier mentioned Louisville team pops them in. I'm really starting to like them. Again, those wins were just straight up gritty. So finally, we got South Florida. I'm still actually going to pick them as my G5 rep. See, I do know they have two of the undefeateds in their way, Memphis and Navy, but to be honest, the only other real team to beat is UNLV, and that batch of well-trained mercenaries in UNLV just don't make me excited, so I'm still giving it to South Florida. Alright, so that's it for this week's Records Matter Top 25. I hope everyone's having a great day. And hey, don't forget to drop a comment and let me know your thoughts. Hit subscribe. Really helps the channel out. Have a great day.